Alright, now I'm going to go over banking turns. Um, it's not too hard. It takes a coordination of all your inputs, which they call a coordinated turn. So basically what you're going to do is when you're in forward flight, you're going to initiate the turn with a roll. Now you're going to initiate the turn with a roll, and then you're going to pitch it back. But in RC helicopters, for some reason, doesn't fly like an actual helicopter in that aspect. Most of the time, it's pretty close to a real helicopter. The reason is this is a rigid rotor system. What you're going to do is you're going to roll. How a real helicopter does it is it rolls over and it pitches back. It flies like an airplane. When it rolls and you pitch it, it'll automatically go. But with an RC, you got to add a little bit of rudder input to get that turn. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll it over. Start with a shallow roll, something like this. All right, so you're going to roll it over. You're going to pitch the nose, but not too much, just enough to initiate that actual turning momentum. And you want to add a little bit of rudder to follow that turn. Okay? And then when you get done, you just roll back level, and you do it again, and you can do the same thing left. Now, there's a couple things you could do to make the turns a lot tighter. You could roll it over 90 degrees, and then add that pitch back. Roll it over 90, add that pitch, and then what they'll do is they'll kind of pull you down. You can get that rudder to spin it right on over, then use that pitch to come right back up, or that elevator input. So you can roll it over 90. All these are not a lot of movement. I mean, you can push in a little bit of roll, and I mean, it'll just keep going. All right. So you just want to roll it over. What you look is roll over. Use that elevator. Bring that nose into the turn, and then follow the turn with the tail. You can make that turn a little tighter by just adding more rudder or pulling back harder on the elevator. You can use several different things to make that roll a little tighter. But it's just pretty much forward. Just pitch over, pull the nose up, follow the turn with the nose. Now you can make it a long turn. It's just how much of that input. Now if you want to do a continuous circle, just keep that input in, and it'll just continually do that big circle. Whatever you set it to, just continually do that big ass circle. And same thing with the left. Now another turn I like to do is I like to do it almost like it goes inverted, and I pull the nose back under it. Now same thing applies. I roll until it gets past 90, and I use that elevator to bring the nose back, but you still have to bring that tail up over to get it. So it kind of looks like this. I roll and I kick the tail over, and I'm right back. Those are the I don't know, I don't call them anything. It's just those are quite tight rolling turns. Another turn you can do is kind of like pitch the nose up, and you just kind of like roll it over. Now in rolling turns, what's going to happen is on these rigid rotor systems, when you bank the turn, you're going to climb. You're going to climb on that turn. It's going to be more of a rising oval up at the top, kind of like racetracks are up high on one side. You're going to go over and come back. Now to reduce that, what you do is you have to reduce some of the thrust, some of the power. What happens is when you roll and pull that nose, it's going to want to climb like a cyclic climb. So what you do is you roll into it, you reduce the thrust, so it's going to want to fall, and you pull that nose in and you swing that tail around, and it'll stay at the same altitude. That takes a lot of practice. I think I almost got mine down. I can do them pretty well. Another turn you can do is that one. It's like a little oval, so you kind of go up and you take that turn and you just kind of make that oval and you come right back. Or you could go into it and just flip the tail around and come right back. That's kind of generic. That's not true helicopter flight. So a lot of helicopter are all rolls. They're not very squared off.
Yeah.